Well, hello everyone, welcome to another Race 07 video with me, LoveSpuds, and today we're at Event 5 on our Custom Championship, Croft, the British Formula Ford. Now last time out, it was a bit of a clusterfuck, because we were at Alton Park, and the AI were magnificently crap that time out, not managing to do even a complete lap of the circuit, which was really disappointing. It turned out to be a very disappointing race, even though I won the race, pretty much both races. I think I won both races. I must have done, because they couldn't complete a lap, as I just said. But yeah, but this time out, it seems as if the AI have got their act together, and they're actually quite competitive. So this should make for an actual race today. Especially as the circuit doesn't have a lot of hilly sections as well, so that's always good, which the AI seems to have a problem with. Still, there's a few incidents going on. They go off every now and then, which is it's acceptable, considering that they are a lot better now. So hopefully I might actually have a challenger for the win. But anyway, look at the face on her on the right. It's almost scary. But yeah, I nearly had a shit fit this morning because Steam told me that all my Race 07 games, all the expansions and all that, and they needed to all be installed. They weren't selectable to play on my list. So I nearly got annoyed about that until I clicked the install button. It magically installed or something. Didn't need to download anything, so that was quite alright. But it's just weird that I had to, quote, install it, as it said. But luckily everything was back how I left it. It saved all my progress and my car, which I'm happy about. So no harm done, but it was a bit annoying to see that. Hopefully that won't happen again. That's just bloody weird. Anyway, let's get right down to it. I've waffled on long enough. We're in the middle of qualifying at the moment. I'm just about to go out to set my fastest lap. Just letting the AI set their laps, see how they're doing. So yeah, join me in a mo for my qualifying lap, and then we'll get straight on into the race. First race, and then the second race after that, as is my usual format. So, I'll see you in a mo. Okay, so here we are for my qualifying lap, just racing for the start-finish line now to start my lap. An extremely long amount of time for qualifying. Looks like it was about 2 hours there. Don't know how that happened. So just breaking down for the first corner, changing down to third gear for Clairvaux, or as it's called, around Hawthorne Bend. And around here, not too bad a run out of there in second gear, and just go through the chicane as fast as you can, foot on the floor, going up to 100 miles an hour down this quite long straight with a slight bend at the end of it, running down into Tower Bend. Hard on the brakes, down to second gear. Get round that corner, not going too fast, otherwise you go off wide. Just had enough room to stay on the track there. So now we're going to go through the Jim Clark S's. A bit of a left and a right. Keep your foot firmly on the floor. And keep your foot on the floor again for this little kink called Croft. And then slow right down to second gear into Sunny in. And then a second apex, sunny out. Keep that foot right on the floor. Get as much speed as you can around there. Although I did sort of mess it up a little bit by locking up slightly. This is quite a tricky section as well. Complex. I've just decided to switch down to first gear for this little corner. Seems to work for me. And round to the final corner, the hairpin. Take it nice and easy and get a good run out to the start-finish straight, and that is a lap of Croft, and that's my qualifying lap. Let's see what time it gives us. You will be amazed at the gap between me and the car in second place. Okay, so welcome to race 1. I managed to get the pole time of 1:34.8. Nigel Mansell, 1986 Williams FW11 managed to get on second with a time that was only 0.04 of a second slower than mine. So this should make for an interesting race. The main thing is whether I keep my cool and actually not spin off or get hit off or anything like that. So let's see what we can do. But my start's not really known for their speediness, more Mark Webber-esque in my approach. You know, I'm never going to have the best reaction times compared to the computer. And I don't know what it is about these cars as well, I'm not really quick off the line. Anyway, so it's kind of weird. So there's been some incidents behind me, but I'm right up with Nigel, who managed to take the lead. I've got a very good run out of here. Sure. Wheel to wheel racing at 100 miles an hour. But he definitely had the minerals to go up the inside and block my way. But should be able to get past here. Got someone else joining in the action as well, it seems. Whoa! Whoa, Nigel! You had a bit of a Nigel nightmare there. Don't know why I slowed down there. Bloody hell. Whoa. You wanted action, you got it. At least this is a lot more encouraging than the last race, that's for sure. That was just terrible. Locking up the front left there. I hope we don't get too many races, or any races, more than more like the one we had last time at Alton Park. Unfortunately, the AI doesn't seem to do well on hilly tracks. I don't know what they're like on the vanilla Racer 7 tracks, but well, definitely on these custom ones they do struggle a bit on some of them. Either way, we've actually got a race today rather than a destruction derby. Got some guy behind me. You're having a laugh, son. You ain't getting past me yet. Although he might, actually, I don't know. He might have the balls to go up the inside at some point. I do love the aggressive AI, it's quite fun. Can be a bit frustrating at times when they just hit you, basically, but most of the time, it's great. Looks like I'm in control right now. I'll probably fuck it up sooner or later, but for now, doing alright. I'm doing a lot of locking of the wheels though, so that's not going to help, is it? Just trying to take these last few corners a bit too quickly than my car can handle. I had it under perfect control in qualifying, but anyway, come the race it's always a bit different, isn't it? Just trying to push, trying to get that gap up to a respectable time. Oh, damn frames! Jesus, someone must have had a crash. Threw me off a little bit. But yeah, I was quite surprised I was on pole, to be honest, especially with 400ths of a second. At least it's more encouraging than last time, so I was quite happy about that. I just hope this trend continues and the next few races will be competitive. Did lose quite a lot of time in there. That was unfortunate. This bit is quite scary though. You've got to keep your foot down all the way until about here where you got your braking point. And you got this double apex, which does seem to flummox the AI just a little bit, but they are still on the pace. Just take it easy, try not to drift too much. So I can get a good run at the hairpin. Make some time. Because usually the first sector is not my best sector on this track. And I seem to do a lot better in the smaller twisty sections. Smaller sections? I don't know. And the high speed ones, ooh, I'm not the fastest, that's for sure. Although I say I'm pretty good on the twisty sections. The first sector with the chicanes and that, they are pretty quick through there, so don't know. Either way, let's do something about this gap, because it's still about 1.5 seconds or so. It's not really going down very much. It's keeping me on my toes at least, so can't argue with that. Ooh, trying to get too much power out of there, otherwise I go too wide. Being very freaking cautious, but it's not working. I'm being hit in all directions. And there is my suspension problem. Woohoo! This should make things even more interesting. Need to find out which way the car's trying to steer. Right, I'm letting go of the steering wheel now. It seems to be going to the right ever so slightly, so I need to compensate for that. 2 laps to go. So if I don't get too affected by the steering of the car. It doesn't seem too bad. It's only a slight problem. As long as my wheel doesn't fall off, it should be alright. Yeah, so that was a bit unfortunate, taking those guys out. And quite lucky at the same time, because I could have lost the lead there. But unfortunately it does mean that I've got quite a big... Well, I say unfortunately, it's just now we've got no competition at the moment until this guy in second catches up. He's got quite a long way to catch up. But it's not impossible for him, considering the damage I have. Which means I'll probably be a little bit slower than I have been. But it might not affect my time too much. He's not really catching, so... Didn't need to go down to first, but... Got to be careful of that corner, because I seem to be having a slight problem with it. This car's not liking me at the moment. I didn't lose too much time. I think the guy behind me fucked up a little bit and got overtaken. It just sort of looked like the time was tumbling, and then it went right back up to 7 seconds again. What am I doing? Bit of an unnecessary gear change, but whatevs. So what's this, last lap? Yep. Just get round here safely. Take the maximum points and be in a good position to win the event as well. So it's all good so far. Better not bloody jinx myself again. I do have a habit of doing that, don't I? I was a bit close to the edge of the track there, that freaked me out. Especially in that part of the circuit there, you put your bloody wheels on the grass and you will spin. Okay, I'm not doing too bad. Still got about a 7-second gap to the car behind, so I can just chill take this last corner and come home for the win. Sweet! Another win in the bag. Oh, yeah. And to celebrate, I apparently lose control of the car. Let's see if I get hit by someone. Well, that's a nice shot. Right, anyway. Let's continue the results and see where we are. So, Jake Jackson finished in second. Goddard. Yeah, Goddard, Kivinen, Moore, Corcoran, Slagecki again. Johain, yep, rounds up the top, whatever it was, 6 or 10, I think it was 10. But there you go, there's my car status, everything's been repaired that needs to be repaired, and it's sort of a reverse grid. I start in 8th for the next race, so let's get on with it. Okay, so here we are. So yes, we have our reversed grid. I start in 8th, and Urain starts in 8th. 8th first, whatever. I want to see where Nigel Mansell is after that first race. There he is in 21st. A bit unfortunate for him. But let's see what we can do in the second race. Here we go. Try and get a decent start. Will I ever get a decent start? Who knows? No, not that time. Oh my god! Right. I spy an accident. Oh, there it is. At least I don't have a suspension problem. Thought I'd have a bit more damage than that. At the speed I whacked into him. Who's this behind me? What's he up to? Absolute scrub.
Single yellow flag in sector 1. No overtaking.
Just gonna have to go YOLO on this mofo. That doesn't even make sense, really, does it? But whatevs. Just gonna have to go for it. Otherwise, I'm not gonna catch this guy up. Still got a long way to go anyway, so it's not exactly an emergency at the moment. Come on. I believe in you, car. I believe in you. Oh shit. Ooh, they could end up taking each other out if they're not careful. So there we go, after lap 1 we are in 3rd position. Very freaking sweet, I might add. Might be good enough for winning the event, but I want to win the race. Just like most race drivers would. I don't quite know who's in front and what points they're on at the moment, but I'm in a very good position, having already got 10 points, so it's all gravy. I seem to have lost a bit of time though, that's kind of weird. Get a good run out of here, I should make up a shitload of time, and I have almost a second pretty much. Yeah, about a second actually. Might lose a bit of time going through there because I've lifted off a bit. Because my line wasn't particularly very good. But if they're fighting each other, that should negate that. Nice little double apex corner. Seems to annoy the AI a little bit. They seem to be a bit slower on the run out on that second apex, but whatever really. Just lock up the inside left. Oh shit. Just take it easy when you're on the grass. You don't want to You don't want to plant that accelerator on the floor, then because you only end up spinning. I do seem to have set the fastest lap, which is pretty cool. Just back off a bit through here, see what they do. They seem to be slowing each other down a little bit, so there's no point in going all aggressive just yet. Still got 4 laps to go, including this one, so... Including this one? Well, either way. It's about 4.5 now. 3.5. And I'm right up behind whoever this guy is. I'm just backing out of it slightly because it freaks me out. There we go. Because that sort of thing happens, and I don't want to be too close to him when it does. It's not too bad when you're side by side with them, because when they lose it, they end up being slower, then you just get past them anyway, so... Ooh, fuck me. Oh, shit. Just want to get out of the way of those cars. Oh man, so I'm all the way down in 8th. I could actually lose this event if I don't get a move on. Oh, that's so annoying. I was in 2nd and threw that away. Yeah, so now I've got some work to do. 3 laps to go. Not quite sure what position I need to be in, so whatever. Just need to go for it. I'm actually under a little bit of pressure here, but I should be alright. Pressure? What pressure? Sure.
Caution, single yellow flag in sector 1. No overtaking.
Probably a bit slower than I should be, really. He's up my inside. It's close. Good job he backed out of it. Could have T-boned me. Oh, he's gone off. He's gone off. Don't go out in front of me. That's good. Do worry about that one as well, because the AI are not that aware when they go off the track. That's for sure. Come on. There we go. Yes, I'm aware I'm running low on fuel because I fueled for only 6 or 7 laps. I mean, that is the idea after all. I'm not going to put friggin' 14 laps of fuel in my car, am I? Sector 1, that's probably, yeah, over there. I can just about see him. But he's recovered nicely. He's not in my way, which is all good. Might be able to make up these next couple of positions. I'm not going to win the race. I'm a bit too far off with that. Oh, gee. Whoa, fucking hell, whee! Definitely not my best race in the world. Oh well. Whatevs, man. Whatevs. I've got a pretty massive lead in the championship anyway. I thought I was going to make up those last 2 positions though, but looks like I might only just about get 6th here. Just goes to show I am not a professional, that's for sure. I don't think I'm doing too bad for the difficulty level anyway. It's 110%, so could be a lot worse. Come on, get around that corner. So, it's about to start the last lap now. Let's get that 6th place if we can. I might be a bit far off, but stranger things have happened. Someone might even spin out in front of us, who knows? Oh, he's actually increased the gap, hasn't he? Did make up 3/10 though in that bit, though, so it's pretty much at the same speed. Don't know why I freaked out on this corner. I just obviously got lost in my mind. Sometimes sometimes on new tracks that I haven't driven before, I think I'm at a certain part of the track, and I'm actually not, and I end up doing the wrong thing. Because I actually was going to take that corner at full speed, and I braked there too early. No, I completely ruined any chance of catching up to 6th. Well, it was quite a disappointing race. Oh god, there's still room to fuck up here, isn't there? Oh, hello. Oi! You bastard! You absolute bastard! We'll have none of that bullshit. Okay, well I did come over 6th, so it's not too bad then. Bit mixed blessing. Oh, and just to finish off, bloody gears mess up. Well, there we go. So that's the 1st and the 6th. That's the 6th. Let's see where it puts us. Spike Goddard. Oh, he might have won it though. Yeah, I don't think I've won the event somehow. 2nd place overall. God fucking damn it. Yeah, Goddard, yeah, got that win. Beat off the rest to get those points, so never mind. But still, all counts towards our championship goals. That's all that matters. Let's see where we are. So I am on 67 points now. Handicap weight doesn't matter. Don't need to pay attention to that because it obviously doesn't affect me, which is good. Doesn't affect anyone. Yeah, Goddard, that means he's in 2nd place with 33 points, so I've got quite a substantial lead. I have doubled the points, pretty much. 34 points more than Goddard, I think that is. So yeah, we're doing alright. Looks like everyone scored points apart from Nigel Mansell down the bottom there, which is really unfortunate, because he was on course for a good one in the first race. Ford, we don't need to talk about. So yes, oh, that's a good name for a corner, bomb hole. Yeah, so join me next time for event 6, which is at Snetterton. Doesn't look like a very complex circuit, probably another high speed one, so it should be interesting, hopefully. Let's hope the AI are competitive again like they were in this race. So yeah, thanks for joining me, I'll see you next time.